Hello everybody, I'm back at it again. This time I will be once again rambling on about Jordan B. Peterson in this old series of mine. I've been taking a kind of a break for a while now, and now I've pretty much returned into this once again. So, first of all, I would like to talk a little bit about Nietzsche's thought process in relation to Peterson's, because I think that this is some important stuff to understand, and I'm trying to indicate why I further think that Peterson is and will always be wrong about his idea of the truth. So, when we look at the pattern in which Nietzsche sort of analyzes his texts, what Nietzsche does is he basically makes an argument, then he looks at the opposing subjective meanings in regards to that argument, and then there's the indicator that makes the objective meaning out of the conflict of differing subjective meanings, and the indicator that creates objective meaning that we see in this world for Nietzsche, that is himself and his scientific observations. That's basically Nietzsche's thought pattern. And when we look at Peterson, he takes this into a new level, basically. First of all, in regards to his thought process seems to be as if he first makes an argument, then he analyzes in the contexts of the argument the opposing subjective meanings of something, and he squeezes that conflict between subjective meanings in a specific context into his idea of the chaos, so-called. And then there's the indicator that is his version of the truth, as in the God's archetype and the mythology thing. And then there's the objective meaning, which is the idea of the order. And why he will this is why I think that he is stuck on the same problem as Nietzsche, because his indicator that creates objective meaning out of the conflict of two subjective meanings is basically same as Nietzsche's, but it's a different version of it, because it's a one that is based on psychological behavior patterns that he sees in the mythologies. But he doesn't basically answer the overarching idea that in which Nietzsche lost his mind in the beginning, which was the presence of God. Because Nietzsche's madness is caused by the fact that if we go back to the Nietzsche's kind of thought pattern, his madness is caused first of all by the physical aspects and his illnesses and Dostoevsky as well, but also the realization that in which that in Jesus's teachings there is the that Jesus himself and his teachings are the indicator that imply the objectivity of the world, because love fulfills everything. Love transcends science. There's no science without love. And that's what drove Nietzsche mad in the beginning, because he saw that his Übermensch is already in the Jesus's teachings when one takes them literally. Because if you focus on doing good things and leading people towards God with love, you cannot be broken in any way. Look at, for example, Mother Teresa, and look at Gandhi, and look at Martin Luther King, and look at John Lennon, and look at Michael Jackson, for example. Look at those people. I mean, they were under heavy pressure, but they just kept on going with their aspect of love. Love was their only ideology that they ever needed. And the fact that when you basically just do good things and follow Jesus' teachings, you're gonna set about a motion in the world that will lead the world itself towards a better destination. And that's at least one of the aspects what Jesus meant in terms of doing God's will and leading people towards God. And when Nietzsche went mad, he saw that his Übermensch was only based on science, whereas Jesus' teachings already have the Übermensch through love. And now what Peterson has done with his mythology and his version of the truth is that he has only started to pull the Übermensch of Nietzsche towards religion. But he doesn't see that the literal interpretation of the teachings of Jesus already contain the Übermensch. So there's no need for his specific terminological term of divine individual, because all you need is literal interpretations of the Bible. I don't know if this is making any sense, but if you just read the Bible literally and you look at what it says, I'm sure you will understand my stance a little better. So basically I'm saying that the truth, what Jesus, the truth that Peterson speaks of is not the mythologically derived notion of the idea of God. I'm saying that truth is Jesus' teachings. the Bible itself. And basically that kind of leads towards that's the only way you can ever solve the problem of the logos and existence of God. I don't see any other way, because Peterson's version doesn't support the existence of a supernatural God, and neither does Nietzsche's, because Nietzsche specifically went on to wreak havoc and to distort the truth itself. And the only way to see Nietzsche as the madman he really is through seeing Jesus as the truth, because otherwise Nietzsche comes off just as a brilliant philosopher. But if you look at Nietzsche from the perspective that Jesus is the truth, then you see the manic egotistical kind of a madman that I see, because I always see the so-called hard Nietzsche that many people have a problem seeing today, apparently. So I'm gonna be focusing more, and I will put some of my ideas that I gave on this one to the description, so you can just look them from there, in case you don't understand my mumbling. So that's all. See you around. Bye bye.